with all due respect.
Hey, we're Josh Ortegon and Greg Gaines, and this is With All Due Respect, the show where we keep it real about health, fitness, and performance. From weight loss to sports development, we're covering the conversations that matter.
Follow us on Instagram at Phenom Fitness, PHNM Fitness, and visit www.phenomfit.com to check out our training programs, coaching, and gear built for real results. Let's get into it.
How many grapes do you think I could fit in my mouth?
I don't know. Try it out.
Right now?
You know why I thought you were blurry? The more I wear glasses, my eyes are getting worse and worse.
Do you have your screen in dark mode by chance?
Probably. I have everything in dark mode. I live life in dark mode.
Well, I just find it helps my eyes.
I'm the definition of dark mode.
You are. So true.
Episode
Cool.
101.
101.
Rebrand. Not because things are broke, but things are different.
Things are different. Yeah,
I just
man.
said technology got better. Like we can do more cool stuff.
That and like we've got more ideas. We've talked to more people. You know? Not different, just better.
You have so many weird people. I'm like, hey, want to be on our podcast? Like we'll be talking to them. We're like, I know. I'm like, hey, want to come on the podcast? They're like, sure. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I think even just the things that we talk about on a daily basis and think about, and it's all changed a little bit, right? Like we've kind of had a broadened horizon of it. I never thought I would do a fertility series
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
when we first started,
I like the fact that we're branching and you're starting the high performance series because I want to talk to people, and this is like you, but we can put them on both. I don't care. We can put them on both. We can do whatever we want, to be honest with you. People that have done cool things and different things. Like I want to find people that like climbed mountains, people that ran like 50-mile runs, and I want to find people that like excursion through the forest in China or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to find people that have done cool things that people have done and those people are high performers, man. I want to find people that do stuff like that. And like the jiu-jitsu podcast side is super easy for me. I could fill 50 spots in that from people, because the cool thing about jiu-jitsu people is jiu-jitsu people they do jiu-jitsu, but then you find out they do other weird things. It's not just isolated to jiu-jitsu, right? Because we had a podcast, I think right around the time you got married, I brought on a friend of mine and I said, hey man, like what do you do for a living? We're just talking. He goes, oh man, I own a furniture company. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Then like randomly he posted something on social, I followed it, and this dude like makes custom art furniture for like rich people in Miami. And I'm just like, wait,
cool shit.
You made it sound like you work for like Rooms to Go, bro. Like you're like making art. And we brought him on, like that's crazy stuff. Those, they all do weird things. Jiu-jitsu people don't just do jiu-jitsu. You find out they're like, I got a buddy of mine jiu-jitsu who's like got his master's in archaeology. I'm like, what? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Archaeology, man. Who are you, Indiana Jones? Like what's going on? So find people like that in jiu-jitsu, you bring them on, you talk about jiu-jitsu, but then you find time about other cool things in their life. And I'm cool. I'm excited about that. I think that fits what we're doing with our business and our brand. And then the high performance obviously fits with our business and our brand that they're starting, because like, I want to be able to tell the story of people that have done really cool things. Like the more you meet people, the more you meet, like there's some people out there who have done some pretty cool things.
Cool shit.
It's just, here's what happens. They've always done it. So it's like really no big deal to them. It's kind of like people that post workouts. I find the people that always post their workouts are the people that work out the least. Because it's like, I'm working out, I'm going to post something cool. And I'm working out the first time in 10 days. And I'm like, and people look at it and they're like, oh, that person works out a lot. And then you find like, no, they don't. They're just posting when they go. Like,
yeah.
They don't go. That's how cool. That's who people that cool do stuff are, or who have done cool things do. Like, they're just used to doing cool stuff. They don't really post. You don't hear about it, and then you find out they do cool stuff, and you're like, wait, what? And that's a lot of jiu-jitsu people. You're like, you do what? Yeah, I make furniture. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like cool
So
furniture.
yeah, like cool, like stuff, and I'm just like, oh, that's art. He's making
Yeah,
art for people.
I
So
love
I'm
it.
excited to talk about that. I'm excited for the people that still come on the podcast. I'm excited. The one I'm excited about is and now I don't know if this dude will come on. Like he talks like he's gonna come on. And the guy who I don't know is he the vice president, CEO, head of the board of the soccer club around here. I don't know what his title is. Because I made a post about soccer programs telling kids, and listen, you can't deny it anymore. I've had too many people tell me, too many other trainers tell me, too many people that are involved with the local sports club that have said their coaches have said this to their face. If you play for our club, we really expect you to not play any other sports. 9-year-olds, 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
I can understand 17-year-old premier high level ECNL type kids who are all going to go play to college. They have groups of, but a 9 and 12-year-olds, and this isn't isolated. Like you can't run
But
from this anymore. Too
it's
many
also
people
not
have said
new.
it.
It's not new.
Oh no, it's not new.
That
It's not
happened to
new at
me.
all. It's not new at all.
And,
Yeah.
that was 15, 20 years ago for me.
Yeah, it's not new. But here's the deal, and I want this guy to come on. And when I send him a text, a friend of mine goes, "Hey, I know the guy that kind of runs the club. He said he'd love to come on your podcast." I'm like, "That's cool," because here's what I think he also has the opportunity to say. This could be isolated coaches speaking outside of what the club recommends, and you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You get a few bad coaches in there, you know, and they start telling kids the wrong things. Now they spread like the whole club thinks that. And if they don't, then he should be able to clear that up. I should say, you're right, man. This is isolated with the coaches. It doesn't represent the whole club. Thank you for coming on here and making a statement. What are you going to do about those coaches that do that? Knowing that, because you can't come on right now and say, well, we really think it's a good idea for 12-year-olds to sport specialize. No, dude, that's like coming on this show and coming out and being like, I don't think smoking's bad for you. Like, oh no, dude, it doesn't work anymore. Like, that's enough stuff, right? We know enough about it. We know it's bad. Tons of research coming out for mental health,
Hmm.
right? So, but if that's isolated coaches and this club wants to do something about it and they want to stand up and say, no, that's not who we are, he has the right to do that. And I have the right to be like, that's cool. Thank you for doing that. And I was wrong. It's not the whole club. It's just isolated coaches, and he should do it. Now, I hope I will come on with a very humble, open to the idea, allow him to speak. And the fact that he's willing to come on,
Yeah.
because I've had friends that have been like, oh man, they're coming on. You're going to murder that dude. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want it to be true, first off. I don't want to know that this is a local soccer club. And the reason it came up was my kid's last rec soccer game. They got a kid on that team that could score 50 goals a game. I'm
Hmm.
not kidding. Like, they have a kid on this game. Like, he showed up. And I'm like, wonder if this kid's any good. I'm like, 10 minutes into the game, it's 5-0. The kid's got 5 goals. I'm like, oh, we're going to be good this year. Just, sure, give that ball to that kid. That's what you do. And they moved here. They got here late. He couldn't join a club team. And he asked me, he goes, hey, do you know, what's the deal with the local club team? He goes, we talked to the coach of the 9-year-old travel team, and he said that it's been passed down from the high up on the club that if you join his club team, that you can't play other sports. I go, he's 9. He goes, yeah, my kid likes to swim and play other sports. We don't know what to do. And I'm like, dude, that's messed up. That's really messed up.
I mean, if they don't say it to you directly, they'll penalize you for it. That's what happened to me,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. For
you
sure.
know? Like, oh, I
Yeah.
just don't think you're that serious about playing here.
I don't want any 9-year-old to be serious about it.
I mean, I don't know if it happened when I was 9. At least I wouldn't remember. I know it happened when I was 13, 14.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. But I never
That's
wanted to
not.
play in college. That was never my goal.
Yeah. I don't think it should ever be that serious for a 9, 12-year-old. Now, when you join a team, you should be committed to the team and go to the practice and go to the games and be part of the team and learn what teamwork is all about. That should be serious. But
Hmm.
like, you shouldn't play like back to back seasons and only play seasons and only play that team. And, you
Hmm.
know, I've heard of clubs, North Carolina, that when you play for the club in high school, they don't want you to play for your high school team.
Hmm.
And I'm like, hey man, like here's another thing. College soccer coaches bash the U.S. system and how they do it anyway. It's a financial model. It's not a developmental model.
Not at all.
And when you look at soccer coaches, because I had a friend of mine tell me this weekend, he knows the soccer coach here at South Carolina, and he flat out said he does not like recruiting college or high level kids that come through the club system because they're undeveloped.
Hmm.
And he goes, and they'll go look for European kids and move them here and play.
I don't blame
Their
him.
job is to win. It's like that in tennis too. Their
Yeah.
job is to win.
You
Their
know, I
job
do
is to
think it
win.
would be fun to circle back on the youth sports thing because it's been a while since, I mean, that was like the first series that we did forever ago, two
Mm-hmm.
summers ago now,
Yeah, probably.
right? I think it'd be fun to kind of circle back on that and see. I'd love to have Abby back on that we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
from PT from New York. I think
Mm-hmm.
she's awesome. She has such great insight on it. We
Yeah.
could do a little
She
mini
actually sent
series.
me. She saw that. She saw my video. She
Yeah.
replied to me on Instagram, and she sent me a ton of research. She's like, sports specialization, mental health, physical development, injury. All this is research, 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 research. And like I said, you can't be pro specialization. It's like being pro smoking cigarettes. Like it's out there. I once had a soccer coach, and I still see him at the field, believe it or not, that said strength and conditioning and sports performance coaches need to catch up with specialization. It's not that it's our fault for not being able to train kids that specialize.
Hmm.
And he's like, it's the strength coaches and the performance people that are behind, not us. And I'm like,
Hmm.
well, you're a retard.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like you're an actual retard. And this guy actually used to be the girls club, the girl, I think like South Carolina, like the Gamecock goalie coach. And I don't even care if I'm calling him out and someone sees it and sends it to him. Send it to you, bro. Don't care. You can't. What are you gonna do to me, bro? Right?
Yeah, on
I'll
my
fight
own
you.
platform.
Yeah. On my own platform. None of that. Like I'll fight you in the street, dude. I don't care.
Mm.
Like that's the difference between me and everybody else. I'll hold you accountable for your mouth in a physical manner. But he flat out told me that we as strength coaches and performance people need to catch up with specialization. Specialization's here. You can't stop it, and it's our fault for not being like. I was like, well, you're an actual idiot.
I think you have a whole army of strength coaches that are after you at this point if you're going to say some shit like that.
Well, maybe there's a reason he's not coaching college anymore. You know,
Mm.
right? I really hope somebody sends him this.
Let's get him
I
on.
might. I might. I almost said his name. Um, I'm in that mood today. Oh, speaking about moods,
Oh God, I knew it was
can we
coming.
talk about this morning?
Go for it.
Can we? Can we? Do you want to announce it, or I want? What are you doing?
No, I think
What are
you
we?
have to. I'll pass out.
You guys hit. You started microdosing Retta this morning,
I did.
and we talked you through
Not passing out.
self administering um,
Mm.
the Retta, and I showed you how to mix it, put the water in it, draw it out, and subcutaneously inject yourself. You had to sit down on the floor in your kitchen
Yep.
at 7 o'clock this morning on FaceTime.
Yep.
And there was a moment where I saw you look straight ahead and your face kind of dropped and like the blood kind of rushed from your head for a
Oh,
second.
yeah, I know.
And you're like, I'm clammy, my hands are clammy, my hands are clammy. And you do it and you're like, all right, I did it. I'm like, "Ooh, man, that was an event at 7 o'clock this morning. I was
Oh.
like, I was nervous for you. I was like, is your husband home? Because like, what do I
Mm-mm.
do if you pass out? Do I just call you back?
Well, and that's
Like,
the problem that I told you. Like, he's way more queasy with needles than I am. And I like he would not know what to do. He would be like in the other room, like he would not know what to do. But it's funny. I've never liked needles, and to have as many piercings as I do, as many tattoos as I do, you'd be like, that's so ridiculous. Like, how could you not like
yeah.
needles? I just
Self
can't
administering is
watch
different
it.
though. Yeah, self administering is
But
different.
I've like pierced my ears before. Like I've done the whole nine. It's just one of those things where I'm gonna get lightheaded. I've got to sit on the floor to do it. I got to pop it in really quick, get over it, and then I'm fine. But I did feel like this for like an
Swimmy, did you get
hour.
swimmy for it?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you? And like for the record, like 0.5 milligrams do it twice a week. Like that's such a small little dosage.
Well,
And
and like let's be real. I have nothing wrong with how I look. Right? Like it is not I mean, is it going to be cool to have some vanity parts of it? Sure. Is it going to like I have, we were talking about my weigh-ins. I haven't been under 144 has been my lowest weigh-in since I got out of high school. Um and that was low. I could feel that. So, yeah, sure, there's a
but
piece of
you're only
that where I'm like, okay, it's
148 right
cool.
now. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
only
know.
4 pounds. Like that's that's a stomach flu.
Yeah, I know. So like it'll be cool to see from that aspect. It'll be cool to see how my body responds to it. It's somewhat of a personal experiment as it is
Yeah,
with,
like mine. Mine is.
yeah,
Yeah.
like as it is with, having clients that want to start taking it and being able to coach them through it. So like I told
I agree. I think
one
that's
of my
very important.
clients yesterday because she started tirzepatide, it's not exactly the same, but I was like, I do feel a sense of not like peace, but just a little bit more confidence, maybe that we're going to kind of do this together. And I'm going to be able to coach you through like any food aversions that you have. If I'm dealing with
Hmm.
the same thing, any sleep issues, if there are potentially any ways to get fiber in that's going to be really creative. So, um, I think it's going to be a fun personal experiment. And, we talk about Jordan Syatt a good bit of him doing something like that. I know he did
Man,
tirzepatide.
he did that like a year ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When people were like fitness people were still like, if you can't do it, you're just weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
And
I don't know, dude.
he
I
doesn't give
felt
a fuck, which I
no, he
love, but
doesn't.
he like I
Yeah.
like the personal experiments that he puts himself through because I do think it's like he has so much perspective now on so many different things because he's tried it himself, right?
Well, I liked when he did the continual glucose monitor. Like, I have
Hmm.
no reason to do a continu like. So I have a friend of mine who works in a lab. He's got access to all the testing. Like he can literally draw his blood and test anything at any time.
Right.
He's a very, very smart guy. He's worked in a clinical environment for a long time. He actually used to be a baseball scout, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I know him, mostly through baseball scout. And he is taking Retta, and he's wearing a continual glucose monitor, and it is taking his readings at night, and he is managing his dosage based on his readings of his continual glucose monitor through the day and at night. And he's like, man, I'm just doing it as a total experiment. He goes, man, I can tell like when my dosage was too high, what my blood sugar was doing, and like when I found the right where it's even throughout the day. Do you know how important it is for people to have even blood sugar throughout the day? Now,
Hmm.
like Jordan said, you can still spike your blood sugar once a day
Hmm.
and still be okay, right? Like it's okay, right? I purposely spike my blood sugar post workout with 39 gummy
Like
bears.
I literally have to.
Yeah, like I do. You know the Haribo
Uh-huh.
gummy bears. You know the Haribo commercial where it's the two
Hmm.
football guys going there.
Da, da,
That's
da, da.
that's only
Yeah.
why I buy them because the commercial's so hilarious. I'm like, they got me. I'm buying Haribo gummy bears, but I do 39 post workout and spike that insulin up a little bit, a little more mTOR, easy,
Hmm.
more protein absorption. Get jacked, get big, right?
Well,
My my blood sugars, my carbs, my insulin sensitivity is pretty good. Like I can eat four or five
yeah.
hundred carbs a day.
Yeah. 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 I think I'm at right over 200, and
Yeah.
that's on in a deficit. Um, but no, I think knowledge is power and to a certain sense, and I do think you get to a certain point in your own health journey where you start getting curious about trying different things and seeing how you feel. And I think there's some power with being able to do that.
Yeah.
Like I've had clients that have been like, I want to try ivermectin. I'm like, okay, go try it. Go
Yeah.
try
Yeah.
ivermectin.
Yeah.
I want to try
Yeah.
BBC. I'm like, okay, go try BBC. Like
Yeah.
if you find success with it and you learn something from it, I think there's probably a benefit.
Yeah. It started. My wife started in October. Lost 20 pounds in
Hmm.
20 weeks, but we tracked protein and fiber and 3 days a week of lifting for 3 months before she started. So she had all those habits, and we microdosed very small amounts, and she
Hmm.
lost a pound a week for 20 weeks,
Hmm.
right, and kept it off. So that's
Which is
pretty.
like a great weight loss.
Yeah,
That's a
it's a
fabulous weight
great way.
loss.
Yeah, got her
Hmm.
hormones right. She did hormone testing, got on some HRT that helped her, and then she got that right, got her food and lifting right, and then added Retta, and she feels great, right?
Hmm.
So then I had some friends start, and that's when I was like, well, what's it like? And I'll tell you, it's crazy to have your cravings knocked out because, like, let's be honest, I can smash through a bag of Cheez-Its, like a box of Cheez-Its,
Easy.
in a hurry, man, in a hurry. Like I can smash through. I don't crave
Mm-hmm.
sweets.
Me neither.
You're not a
Crunchy,
sweet person.
salty,
Crunchy,
crunchy
salty,
though.
yeah.
But I'm
Doritos.
also like I could cook a pound of ground turkey and eat a pound of ground turkey. Like I just
Oh
love
yeah,
savory. Like I
oh yeah.
want savory. I want like hearty. I don't really care about sweets. This is like these are my sweets. This is my
Yeah.
favorite thing. Like I grab these like chips.
Yeah, I don't sweat sweet stuff. That doesn't get me. But like no, I can smash through Doritos.
Yeah, same. Same.
Yeah. So it was cool to see that like I'm still at 3,200 calories a day.
Yeah.
I just got to be real intentional with it, man.
hmm
Like
hmm
real, like, oh, I have to eat, right? So
Yeah, so you've tapered back up then with calories because you were
oh
at
yeah,
what,
like 26,
27?
27, and
Yeah.
I felt puny, I felt small,
Yeah.
I didn't feel good. I was like I just didn't. I felt weak, and I'm like, no, I gotta crank that back up.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely my lowest deficit that I've hit in a long time
What
because
is it?
typically 22, which I might like I'm gonna try to get comfortable at 22. And if I feel like I can go a little bit lower, I might just because I told you like my exercise is gonna decrease because I'm not
Hmm.
teaching anymore.
Hmm.
So I'll definitely find a daily calorie burn decrease by a little bit.
Yeah. God,
I
but
mean,
the
I
thing,
could,
man, you're probably gonna sleep better, recover better, feel better,
yeah,
move better, like not overtrained.
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so important, man.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
definitely notice that like when I don't have a rigid schedule, because I would have to leave the house daily to go teach. When I don't have that, I'm kind of like ping, 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 ping. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
I get a little bit of like ADHD. So I am
Hmm.
curious too, just to see if microdosing helps my focus. Because I know you had a client that said it helped her focus, and that could be a little placebo effect, but
Yeah, whatever.
it
Yeah.
could be helpful. So I'm interested to see that too. So again, like just some, it's not like a weight loss thing for me. It's more like, let's see what else is going on in my brain.
Yeah, I mean, and you can quit taking it anytime,
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
right? You can quit taking it anytime, and
Yeah. If I fully pass out.
yeah, yeah. If you can't do it again, yeah. So I think that's gonna be fun. That's fun.
hmm
We'll start going down that road. I know we talked about having a friend of mine on who really struggled with binge eating. Did I
hmm
tell you? I
hmm
mean, counseling, therapy, went through the
hmm
right ways to do it. And really good friend of mine, the best dude. This morning, he's like, "Yeah, I'll be willing to come talk about the show about my experiences."
I would
And
love
he's
that.
and you know, he was one of the first guys I called, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, like, what do you think about GLPs?" And he's like, I don't know, just hear people's stomach aches and the you know gastroparesis, and you hear all these other things. And I was like, well, look into retatrutide and do your research. I said, I think it may help you. There might be a benefit here, but it's up to you. I said, I know a lab you can get it from, and I said it's totally up to you. I'm just your friend, and I'm trying to think of something you could do. His wife's a nurse. They talked it over. He talked to a few people, and he hit me up, and he's like, hey, I think I'd like to try it.
hmm
He's down 40 pounds in 40 weeks.
Yeah.
And I said, here's the deal, man. Like, this can't be one of those things you start taking and be like, man, don't even need to work out or do anything. Just losing weight. So he has a little home gym. He goes for long walks, lifts full body 2-3 days a week. Still works to try to get 200 grams of protein a day, which is a lot of protein. And like my man was like, dude, like I feel like this summer I can take my shirt off at the beach and not be like embarrassed or feel bad or like and he's like,
hmm
man, my wife, he goes, even the situation in my home, he goes, I used to go to bed at night and me and my boys, he goes, him and his two kids would talk about what's for breakfast in the morning. And then every time he ate lunch with his wife, like during the day they'd meet for lunch, all they talked about was what's for dinner. And
Right.
he goes, we don't even have those conversations anymore.
hmm
And he's like, my whole joy and happiness. And he goes, to be honest with you, like, he goes, I'm kind of bummed I can't sit down and eat like 3 stacks of pancakes at IHOP anymore.
Of
He goes,
course.
that was fun. He's like, that was fun. I liked it. But, you know, you can bash and be like, oh, it's discipline, it's not, it's cheating, blah, blah, blah. But then when you hear this story, you're kind of like, well, that's pretty cool. right? It's not like he's smashing like 8 milligrams a day.
No, and it's done in a very smart way. He's obviously had really good advice around him of how to do it correctly. And I think at the end of the day, like, who am I to say that you can't achieve something in an easier path when you've been trying for years of yo-yoing up and down
Right.
and up and down and up and down? Like, if there's something that can actually help you and it's sustainable for you, you feel like it's a good piece to add. Like, who am I to say don't do it?
Hmm.
You
Do
know,
you think there needs to be an offboarding process for everybody? Do you think
from a
that like
GLP.
yeah, do you think
Yeah.
someone is like once you take Retta, you're always going to be on Retta or some microdosing small amount of Retta or like you need to learn to live a lifestyle and back off it cuz I mean Rachel's dropped her dosage almost by 50%.
Had a call, the call I was on before this, and he said to me, working out has got to become a piece that it feels weird if you don't do it. It has to be so disciplined in your mind that it's like getting up and brushing your teeth. And I think it's not that you need to get there before you discontinue Retta, but you do need to get somewhere in your mind where this stuff does become so disciplined and so just a part of your habits that when you do start to decrease your dosage or you do come off of it, it's no big deal. It's stuff that you already do,
Well,
you
you
know?
know, we've had Erica on a few times. Erica
Hmm.
lost 160, 180 pounds.
Hmm.
And she started the first 80 was on a GLP.
Hmm.
And then the next 80 to 100 was not.
Hmm.
So
Right.
it can be done.
It can absolutely be done. But I do think that's like where, some kind of coach or doctor that you check in with regularly, whatever it may be, I think that's very important just to keep you accountable in that sense if you're not able to do that yourself. But I do think there needs to be an expectation for coming off of it. I do think people need to understand what that looks like, just like people need to understand that they can't exist in a deficit forever. They need to know, like when I offboard my clients, I give them an offboarding document. This is kind of
Mm.
how I would outline you for the rest of the year, if
Hmm.
they want it, if that's something they want to talk about.
Or the rest of your life, right?
Or the rest of your life. Like you're always going to kind of cycle through maintenance. You should be at maintenance like 80% of the time, maybe more, depending on, how much you still feel that you have to lose or you want to tone up or whatever. But this is an expectation for yourself. And it's expected of you that you're going to still work out at least 3 days a week. You're going to go for walks. You're going to work on your sleep. You're going to do all these things. Like just because you stop taking Retta or you stop working with me doesn't mean these things stop. Like this is forever. This is your expectation.
Hmm.
But a lot of people do get to that place where like, oh yeah, like I don't know what I would do without it. They might stop tracking, but they're like, no, I check in with myself regularly, make sure I'm getting enough protein. I'm making sure I get enough fiber. My plates are always balanced, like whatever that looks like for you offboarding. But
You know, I had a friend that got put on Retta from Med Spa.
mm,
And his literally advice was like, man, just eat when you feel like eating and go for walks once in a while. That's a med
that's
spa. It's
terrible
people
advice.
that run a med spa. And I'm like, dude, that sucks, bro. Like those people suck for saying that. And he came to me and he thought, well, what do you think? I was like, bro, you need to get 150 grams of protein. Screw your walk in if you use your time because he was thinking about time. I go, dude, don't take 45 minutes a day to go for a walk. Take 45 minutes 3 times a day to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And he took my advice. He's lifting 3 days a week at the gym. He's trying to get all of his protein and fiber, and he's losing weight, and he feels great. And
Hmm.
I'm just like, there you go. I mean, so for the med clinic to be like, that's just whoever told him that probably has a problem too. That's probably a yo-yo dieter. That's a person that's just like doesn't want to do the
Or
other
they just
things that
don't
go with it,
know. They like really don't know.
or they think that all weight is losing all weight is equal,
Yeah.
and it's not.
But
Right?
that's
We
dangerous.
know that weight loss is not equal across the board.
Hmm.
That we know that losing weight with a GLP and rapidly losing weight on a caloric deficit, both are about 30 to 40% can be muscle.
Hmm.
We know that losing muscle decreases our metabolism.
Hmm.
We know that you can still lose weight but still be fat.
Right.
Body composition can be different. So
Hmm.
that's I think the communication that needs to be said. And I'm kind of curious like how it works with you. Like I'm just because everybody's so different.
Yeah.
Everybody's so different on this thing, man. I had a friend of mine that started through his doctor or through a med clinic. He's doing Reddit. And he hit me up after one of my posts, and he's like, "Man, I did point 0.5 and point 0.5 didn't do nothing." Like, I didn't even feel anything until 1 and 1.
Hmm.
And I'm like, dude, if I did 1 and 1, I would need, like, I would literally be like, I don't know how this is going to look today.
Yeah.
1 and 1 is like when I first started, Gray, I'm not kidding. Like, I'd make breakfast in the morning and like I'd literally eat half and then wait like an hour. The first time I ever noticed, I had to be at a meeting at like 10 o'clock. And it was like
Hmm.
7:30. I was eating breakfast. And I'm like, all right, let me eat half and then I'll eat the rest later. I got up to leave for my appointment at 10 o'clock and realized I didn't eat the rest of my breakfast. Just didn't think, just
Yeah. Yeah.
went on my day.
Yeah. And I think like that's going to be interesting too, because I do think I think about food a lot. And I know it's really because like when I was training so intensely plus teaching all the time, like my appetite was so high that I was eating frequently because I had to keep up with the demands of like 27, 28, 2,900 calories.
It's a lot of calories.
Right, exactly. Or else I would be like a freaking stress ball. I'm like, I have to go eat something. So that had kind of trickled back in, right? Like it's, I decreased my overall exercise when I left Spengo. We moved to Charleston because it wasn't as demanding. Still pretty demanding. I would say my maintenance doesn't shift incredibly fast, but like, I could maintain with 26, 27. So it'll be interesting to see like how that shifts in my mind too, because I think I've always been kind of conditioned to be like, food is really important. I've got to think about what I'm eating. I have to be strategic about what I'm eating. I got to make sure that I'm eating enough. Um, yeah.
You know how many women want to punch you in the face that your maintenance is 2,700 calories?
But I earned it. So like don't be mad at me because I was
Yeah,
literally working out 4 to 5 times per week doing CrossFit.
yeah.
Then I was teaching, like this was, before we left Greenville. Then I was teaching 8 classes a week where I
Mm-hmm.
was working out the whole entire time. So like I was easily spending 13 hours a week in intense exercise. So until you want to do that, don't come for me.
Yeah, I don't know if you really can recover from that.
Right. So,
I mean, that's a lot of intentional sleep,
mhm.
stuff like that,
I mean, I slept great
right?
because I had to.
Yeah,
I had to.
yeah, and I think it'll be an interesting process. So, I
Yeah.
mean, needless to say, we got a lot going on,
Hmm.
and with getting more people on the podcast, changing formats, not changing, but changing the branding of it a little bit, doing the jujitsu, doing the high performance,
Hmm.
bringing a lot of people into the ecosystem that we think are great people, and it's not always going to be like fitness people. That's what's cool. Like we started out like all about fitness and stuff, and now we're just like, go find somebody you want to have an hour conversation with and put them on the podcast,
Absolutely. Hmm.
right? And that'll open up so many. And I just want to be able to tell people's story, have conversations with cool people. I mean, literally, part of the reason we talked about even starting this podcast for me was there are people I wanted to meet and have conversations with, and it's always easier to do that like on a podcast
Totally.
than
Hmm.
be like, I'm just gonna call that dude and have an hour conversation with him. No, man, bring him on a show, right? That
Yeah.
always kind of appeals to people to bring them on and do a show and spread it. And I think you said you're working on kind of putting together a little clip of like all the first 100 shows of some interesting
Yeah. It's going to
things.
take me some time. It might be tomorrow's
Yeah, yeah. I
post.
told you. I told you. I told you. I was like, man, it's time consuming. Like clipping up.
Well,
Like,
and
like
I thought that I had saved a lot of the clips as well, so it had just been easy for me to like drag and download, but I forgot that I had totally cleaned my laptop out a couple months ago because my storage was full
yeah.
from
Same with me. That happened to me.
yeah.
Boop. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
just gonna have to re-download via TikTok and whatnot. But I'll get it done, and even if I post it tomorrow and switch tomorrow's post to today, that's all right.
Yeah. Because I think we've had a lot of interesting conversations with a lot of interesting people.
I've learned
Um,
so much, and it's like highly motivating for me to get on a podcast with somebody that has done so well in their field. I come off of it and I'm like, I have to go do like 50,000 things right now.
yeah. The
I have to go
fertility
for a
one was
walk a
so
lot
cool.
of the time because I'm just like, I need to like go do
Yeah.
something productive,
Yeah.
right?
The
Yeah.
fertility one was really cool. Having Deidre
Hmm.
come on, I would love to have Deidre come on again.
Hmm.
Because I told you, I remember I was telling the story to somebody else, and I was telling them about Deidre, and I was like, there's this girl in Colorado that works with like nutrition and like skin and gut and health and everyday environments around your home and your environment
Hmm.
around your home that are deterring you from getting pregnant. And
Yep.
the number of people that they worked with that have ended up getting pregnant. And I remember at the end of the podcast, I was like, dude, like, has anybody ever named their kid Deidre?
Yeah.
Like, and like she actually got emotional talking about the people that she's helped that could never do it, and then they got pregnant and had a baby, and you're like, wow, that's pretty. I don't know. I don't know how to. Me and her had conversations back and forth just on social, talking about things like this, and in inbox. And I was just asking her questions, and she's like, she goes, she went to school for like women's studies,
Hmm.
and she admitted, and of course this might be controversial to say, that she had to relearn everything about women's studies because she got indoctrinated in college. She goes, I got propaganda and indoctrinated
Hmm.
by so much of a liberal college
Hmm.
that I had to relearn everything I thought and what is really true about femininity and womanhood and motherhood,
Hmm.
because she goes, I got just indoctrinated
Hmm.
in college. And I'm like, wow, really? She's admitting this. She's like, yeah. She goes, women's studies just completely like you know tried to change what I felt about like women and liberation and
Hmm.
women's strength and power and what it really meant to be a strong woman, and what feminism actually really was. And it's so different from what I think now. And I'm like, wow, that's powerful.
Hmm.
I said, it's pretty cool.
It really
But
is.
for her to admit that, like, indoctrination occurred for her was pretty neat to hear somebody say, right?
Hmm.
But because I think that still happens. That's all over college campuses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
I think some of the programs like that they're taking them, I don't know if taking them away is the correct terminology, but they're ridding of them with
You think
those
so? Are they?
programs. I
Is
saw
that
a couple articles about certain programs being rid of.
yeah? Sociology is a weird thing,
Yeah.
right? Liberal arts is a weird thing.
Hmm.
Never really understood liberal and arts. Like I didn't know. Those are two different things for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
But I think um, I do think we have bastardized the idea of what feminism really is and what a strong woman is.
Oh yeah.
And I think Deidre touched on some of that, and I was like, wow, that's pretty powerful,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, I think like we for so long, within my generation, kind of shamed the idea of like being a mom and being a wife. But now a lot of those same people are turning around and being like, and myself included, like I like being a wife and I want to be a mom. And like a lot of that feminine power does come from being the matriarch of the home.
Hmm.
It's very, very different to see. Like I think
So
my generation born and bred a lot of like hyper independent women who didn't know how to depend on anybody else, and that wasn't like a strength, that was a weakness.
I think my personal opinion on that is, um, I think there are a lot of women and men and boys and girls that have had very negative experiences with men and fathers.
Hmm. Definitely.
And I think the home, there is an increasing number of kids that don't grow up with both in the home.
Hmm.
And I can imagine being somebody, if you grew up in a home with an absent father or a very just a shithead father or horrible male role models as a woman, or had negative things happen to you because of men, what could be abuse, attacks,
Hmm.
sexual assault. I can see the mindset of growing up saying, I don't need men.
Hmm.
Without a doubt.
Oh
I
yeah.
can see that. I
Yeah.
can see and it turns into masculinity is the most toxic thing. Toxic masculinity is horrible. I can see that. And you have to take people's experiences in hand with their perception, their views.
Hmm.
You have to.
Without forgetting though that it exists on both sides. So you
Yeah.
can get to a place
Well,
of having like such toxic masculinity in your life that it forces you into a path of toxic femininity.
wow. Very true. Yes. Yes. Right.
Hmm.
Um, I saw somebody make a post recently. A girl I actually knew, trained in high school, that she posted a situation where this guy was accused of like sexually assaulting like 12-year-old girls in school or something, whatever. And her post was, "See, this is why we're all scared of men." And I go, "No, I think it's just because your experience with men have been scary.
Yeah.
Having men being all men are women are scared of men, and unfortunately, all of your experiences with men have been scary. It's two different things, right?"
I also like I laugh sometimes at like, okay, a woman chooses and like goes after a man that is clearly toxic, right? Like serial cheater or speaks rudely to women, whatever. But they don't like the nice guy. They don't want to be with the boring guy that just wants to hold your hand and take you to dinner. They're too boring.
I saw a
So then
clip.
it's like you're addicted to that, like just constant chaos.
I saw a clip, and this was huge. It was they were talking to a family counselor. Like this guy was a therapist, and he worked in family environment. And the guy goes, "Why is it that there are certain men and women as they get older that choose to stay in toxic relationships?" And he said he stopped for a second, he paused, and he goes, "Great question." He goes, "Let me answer this and not pull any punches." And I
Mm-hmm.
watched it like 5 or 6 times, and it was so powerful what he said. He said, "We only develop tools to manage experiences in which we have been in before.
Mm-hmm.
So if we grow up in a family environment that's nothing but toxic and manipulative, we only have the skill set to manage relationships that are toxic and manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we survive. So
Mm-hmm.
as we get older, we only search out and stay in those environments that are toxic and manipulative because those are the only survival skills that we developed as kids." And I went, "Oh." So and here's the deal, and I say this to be true and just to be transparent. Um, I deal very well in chaos,
Me too.
very very well in chaos,
Hmm.
almost to the point that if there's no chaos, I cause chaos.
Me too.
God, that's awful to say. Did I just admit that? Almost to the point that I don't know how to exist in something that's just everything's okay.
Me neither. Like
I
I
have to. I
gotta go do
will. I
something.
will. I will cause chaos,
Hmm.
and I will cause things to get mixed up, and and I almost have an enjoyment of being in that environment of just like toxic, like it's crazy in here,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, and I sit back and I watch people pinging off, and I start going, I'm like, oh, I thrive in this environment.
Hmm.
I can make it in this environment. I can do it. But when everything's like hunky dory and cool, I'm kind of like, where's the wrench?
Hmm.
Where can I throw the wrench in there a little bit?
Hmm. You know who taught me how to chill out in that?
Uh,
Who my hunky dory is?
uh,
My husband, because my husband
yeah,
exists in this state majority of the time. I mean, don't get
Rachel
me
is
wrong. He's
100% in that state,
yeah. And I'm like,
24/7.
yeah. He's like, no, just leave it
Yeah,
alone.
Rachel's 100% in that state, and she grew up in ultra like conservative, calm home.
Hmm.
Almost calm home to when I hang out with the family. I'm kind of like, where
Why
are all
aren't
the
y'all
crazy people?
arguing about
Like,
politics?
where are all the crazy people at, bro?
Yeah.
Like, because when you get in a room and everybody else isn't crazy, guess who the crazy person is?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the crazy person.
Yeah.
And when I'm around her family, sometimes I'm just like, where are all the crazy people? She's like, oh,
Hmm.
my family's crazy. I'm like, oh, no,
Yeah, because y'all are just laughing around the dinner table.
no,
Mine are
not
screaming at
crazy.
each other.
Not crazy. Like when she's like, "Oh, I had a rebellious childhood through high school and college." She says that, and I go, "No, not really, not really." Because and I told somebody recently they were asking about if I'm nervous about taking Retta, and I was like, "Listen, Retta's the least of my worries of things I put inside my body." I go. I go, I go, my body's laughing at Retta. Like
Oh
Retta, they're just
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
People are just like, you a little worried about the TRT? I'm like, listen,
I know I had a client that texted me and she's like, I just, I feel weird. I've never done any drugs before. And I was like, come with me on an
I
adventure.
know, I know, I know. Just kind of like, yeah, it would be like, I was like, they're like, because Rachel would be like, oh, I don't believe it. I was rebellious. I got caught smoking cigarettes when I was 18 years old.
Oh,
I'm like,
whew.
I'm like,
Just
what?
cigarettes?
I was like, dude, I used to go golfing on like 2 bumps of meth. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
That's a little crazy. I
it's
wasn't that
horrible,
crazy.
right? And at the end of the day, you're just like, wow, why are my shirt and shoes off? But like, and now, guys, I was like 19, right? So it's like I'm old now. But, but, yeah. When that guy said, you only know the skills in which you manage, and that makes sense on why people. I didn't grow up with a crazy mom at all. I grew up with a mom that was very. I mean, my mom was like, they're very compassionate people. My mom is compassionate, but also my mom was like, Mom, somebody did this to me and that happened. She was like, no, that's life, bro. Figure it out, right?
Hmm.
Like even later on in life, I was like, my mom's like, well, you got to fix it, bro.
Hmm.
Loving and empathetic, but also like, Mom, I don't believe this is happening. Sometimes you want mom to like coddle you and tell you everything's gonna be all right
Yeah.
and fix your problems. She's like, no, you gotta go fix that on your own.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I was,
kind
I
of
was
how
like
my
that.
mom is too.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh God, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. My mom's like,
and
okay, well, why are you
yeah,
calling
no,
me?
I don't know. Yeah,
She
yeah,
loves me, but she'll 30 seconds later. All right, well, I gotta go. Oh, okay,
yeah, yeah,
mom.
yeah. But but historically, I liked wild and crazy women.
Mm,
Never worked out,
I wonder why.
and I'm married to the least wild and crazy person
That's what
I've
I'm
ever met in my life.
saying.
The
Like I
least
always
wild and
thought
crazy person I've ever met in life.
I always thought I would marry like a center of the room, wants to go off and do like crazy shit all the time. That's who I
Huh?
always thought I would marry.
Yeah,
And I am married to the quiet guy in the corners just watching everybody.
yeah. I still
He's
think
just
to this
chilling.
day, people meet her and then meet me and go,
Huh? Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Right? Right? Because
Yeah.
like she's ultra dressed up,
Hmm.
ultra makeup, ultra like presents the clothes and everything's to the T.
Yeah. One of my clients actually said that to me yesterday. Like, oh, they're funny. They're a funny mix.
Who, me?
Yeah. Y'all
Oh,
too.
me and her?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And we walk, dude, like we'll get ready to go out to dinner and she'll be dressed to the nines.
Hmm.
And I'll be like, I can't wear sweatpants, can I? She's like, no.
Y'all are like Justin and Haley Bieber.
She's like, you can't wear that jujitsu shirt you've had on for 3 days.
Yeah, you stink like
And
shit.
well, I told you, I've smelled worse recently.
I
Recently,
I
something's going on.
I don't know. You've always kind of stunk.
So you were at my house. That's cool. You were at my house. You were here Monday, and you were trying on. You had a wardrobe try on for our clothing line,
Hmm.
and I was sitting there, and I remember catching. I'm like, oh my gosh, I smell really bad.
Hmm.
Like jujitsu mat sweat stink.
Hmm.
And I remember you literally said, like, no, you smell the same. You smell just as bad as you've always smelled. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I don't mind that. That's okay.
Not to say that like you don't have moments of smelling good. It's just typically around like your work and training sessions, like you do
Jujitsu and lifting. Yeah,
stink.
I
But
got
like,
steak too.
but you exist in clothing that is going to stink because it's like in bags or you guys are on a stinky mat. Like you're not going golfing in the
Yeah,
breeze, you know?
no, it's stinky. But I told you I'm
Yeah.
stinky. But
Yeah.
no, definitely a different type of people. Because she's even, man, 24/7 even,
Hmm.
and except when she drives, she's raging, rage, absolute
Yeah, that's
rage when she drives.
similar to Austin.
She has verbally murdered people.
Hmm. Hmm. Or when he's
Like
working on the
like
house.
oh really? Gets
Oh my
crazy,
God.
gets mad.
Yesterday I had to go sit outside because he's like yelling at, he's putting on new outlet covers and switches in the house. And he's like every curse word in the book every 5 seconds. And I took the
Yeah,
dog outside. I said, I've got to go sit outside. This is
yeah, yeah,
not my
yeah,
kind of chaos.
yeah, yeah. Because anytime there's chaos, I just bring more chaos.
Yeah.
I am not the calmer in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
When there's chaos in a room, I'm bringing more chaos in the room.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm turning the heat up on chaos.
Hmm.
And I'm throwing a word out there, boom, and I'll hit the chaos. I'm like, chaos is here we are. Isn't that
Yes.
weird? But I don't think I grew up in chaos. Maybe I did and I didn't know. I'm one of those weird people that doesn't remember a lot about their childhood, which isn't
Mm.
good because it makes you wonder, like, well, what happened? Like, where did like,
Where did my years go? Maybe you're just
yeah,
being too chaotic. Well, it's probably the
yeah,
drug.
maybe,
It's probably the
yeah, maybe
drugs.
teenagers for sure, yeah, but like early on, I don't remember a lot of childhood. That's when people were like, well, maybe you're blacking out trauma. And I'm like, well, if I'm blacking it out and I don't remember it, is it trauma?
I don't
Because I don't
know.
remember it. Like, do you want to go to therapy and go find out what it was and bring it back? And now that's just trauma all over again. You're just kind of like living hunky dory, chilling. Do you want to just be ignorant to it? I don't know.
I don't know either. Because sometimes I'm like, it's good for you, learn from it. But then sometimes I'm like, I don't want to revisit. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then when people ask me, like, I do tell people every poor decision I've made has been 100% on myself because I had such a normal, regular childhood compared to most people that most people can sit back and be like, my dad did this or my mom did this. And I sit back and go like, I had it pretty easy growing up, dude. Like everything I ever did was because I made a really bad choice.
Right. Right.
Because I was
Hmm.
an idiot. Because I was an idiot.
Totally. I'm with you.
Can't be like, man, my mom sucked. And I still hear people like when I
My
hear
mom
people
had her
like,
moments, but
no, dude, yeah, you and your mom, like I think I could see Rachel and your mom being mother daughter more than I could see you and your mom being mother daughter.
really,
Yeah,
I don't know. My mom likes,
because they both look great. Your mom looks good. Like your mom's hot. Like, I'm gonna
mm,
tell you,
I
like your
know.
mom's hot, and you
I
probably grew
know.
up being like, great, your mom's kind of hot.
Oh yeah, I got
Like your
the
mom's a
Stacy's
very
mom, but
yes.
Grayson's mom. Oh yeah.
Grayson's mom, your mom is an attractive woman, and your stepdad's like a good-looking dude. I remember meeting him for the first time, and I'm like, they're
Damn.
good-looking people.
They look
They're
great
really good-looking
together.
people. They look
Hmm.
great together. And like
Hmm.
your mom too. Your mom's the blonde that enters the room that everybody sees, right? But I grew up in a normal life.
Yeah,
All right, that's
very
episode
normal.
101.
Welcome to the rebrand. We just went all over the place. Hope you
Yeah,
guys
dude.
can keep up
I
with
think it's
that.
awesome. I think it's awesome. Hey, let's bring on family counseling people
That's a great idea.
and therapist people
That's a great idea.
because it's just going to turn into 1 hour free therapy for me.
Okay, if that's what you need, I'll find them. Is that your way of telling me you need a
Yeah,
therapist?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I do. I know. I am pro therapist.
I actually do have that therapist that's going to come on. He's a psychiatrist, but
Okay.
I have to email him. It's on my to-do list today.
Okay.
Um, so we'll get started with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, we'll talk to everybody later for 102 that we're actually filming in 3 minutes.
Yep, I'm gonna go snack and we'll see you in 3 minutes.
All right, bye.